Hi, welcome to another episode of Timeless Marketing. This is the cornerstone concept I'm going to share with you today. It changed my life back in about 1993. I had already had a college degree and had been practicing marketing for almost 10 years when this concept came across my bow, and it just opened my eyes and changed the way I think about everything. And I think it'll do that for you as well. Very basic, very straightforward, but boy, is it a 1-2 punch. So the story was told by a guy named Jay Abraham, who's one of the most profound marketing thinkers probably that's ever lived. And it's very straightforward. He used to charge $5,000 an hour 25 years ago, or a percentage of the incremental profit he could create for your business. And everybody was scared off by the $5,000 an hour, so they took the percentage. And he was called in by a company that sold irrigation pipe to farmers. And they had been stagnant for a number of years, and they were frustrated because they couldn't seem to get sales moving again. So he came in and he said, "What's your average sale?" And they said, $2,500. And he said, "What's your cost of goods sold?" And they said, "That costs us about 1,000. So we make a 55, 60% gross margin. What do you pay the sales reps?" "We pay them 10% straight commission." "Okay. How long do people buy from you, and how often do they buy from you?" And very few people know that. It's really the holy grail. It's called the lifetime value of a client. And they had to figure it out. And he came back and they said the average person buys from us 6 times a year for at least 10 years. And he said, "Okay, here's your new sales plan." The sales reps have to know how often people buy, and they have to work the client and make sure that they maintain that. But you're also going to give them 10%, you're going to give them 100% commission on all new sales. Any new account they bring in, they get 100% on the first sale. And they said, "That's the craziest thing we've ever heard. We're going to lose $1,500. He said, "No, based on your math, you're going to have a crack at $260,000 because that's the long-term value of a client to you. You're not always going to get that much, but that's what you have to base it on." So the two lessons, and they're sleepers for a lot of people. First thing you have to do is know what the long-term value of a client is to you and focus on it. You have to increase how often they buy. You have to increase the average purchase. You have to be conscious of it because it's the most important thing that you can do. Most folks just spend money over and over and over again trying to bring in new customers, and they don't pay any attention to driving the value on those. And then you can turn around and decide what it makes sense for you to spend on the front end in marketing to bring a customer in. And you base it more on the lifetime value of a client than on the transaction. And that's the short-sighted part that very few people get. They think that if they're selling something that costs $200 and they make $150, if they spend more than $5 or $10 in marketing to bring in a client, you'd swear you took their firstborn away from them. And what they should really be thinking of is that this person is going to come back, and they better, because you can't make a business out of a $200 one-time, purchase. So your whole mindset has to be around how often do these people come in and how much do they spend? And then you turn around and base your marketing on the longer term value of a client. It'll really change the way you think and the way you look at things. I hope you found this as valuable as I did, and we'll see you on the next time.